Hey, what's up everybody? Craig Sewing here, just creating a quick little iPhone video for you because I don't always have to be in the studio with fancy editing and all that to give you a message. By the way, this is outside of the production studio, and really the reason I'm not in there is I've been kicked out. There's so much going on now with activity from the American Dream that I have been kicked out of my own studio that I own. So here I am sitting with you now in a parking lot. Not as exciting, but let me share with you what you're going to see in this email. This email is giving you the 3 different options that you have on your interview segments on the American Dream, our national TV show. I've broken it down in the email, so you want to read it, but I just wanted to speak to you directly real quick just to give you some of the options and what I see as being good or bad with each, and ultimately it's up to you. I think it's your canvas. You're a top realtor, you're a great marketer, paint the canvas however you want. I'm just here to offer you some advice, having done this stuff for a while. So option number 1, kind of like this, except in a much more professional setting with better cameras and lighting. You can speak directly to the camera for your segment. So in other words, you don't have to do an interview style when we have you on the show. You can just speak into a camera and do your own thing. So imagine it like this. Imagine I got through a segment and I said, well, all housing markets are local. Let's go see what the top producer in Denver, Kim Pitaniello, has to say about the Denver marketplace. Basically, you take it from there and you say, hey, American Dream, here's what's happening in Denver. Inventory is really low, which is causing a lot of demand from buyers. There's many offers happening on properties. We're seeing this day in and day out. Here's some advice for buyers today. Here's some advice for sellers today. By the way, here's my favorite listing. You should always mention a listing in your segments. It impresses sellers. That is worth the price of admission alone, is how you can separate yourself from your competition. So that's one option, is you just take a few minutes and you talk directly to the camera. What is the pros of that? You get more time. If you screw up, take 2, take 3, take 10, I don't really care. You can do it over and over until you find one you like. Keep it around 3 minutes, which is plenty of time. And that's your piece, just talking one-on-one to the camera. And it doesn't have to be scheduled as tightly throughout the week. You can get it done, you have more flexibility on that. So that's the pros. I think you get more content in, spread it out a little bit more flexibility. You can take several times to get it right. And that comes over to us and we inject that in, we polish it up. We'll do a little editing in lower thirds for you, make you look great. The second option that you have is to do the 2-box interview. Now, I think that's what most of you are starting with. It's a good way to start, but maybe you advance away from that. The 2-box interview is where I interview you or Jen interviews you, which looks great. You look like the authoritative expert in real estate, instant credibility to anybody watching the show, or however you repurpose it. The downside to that, it's fast. If I say, hey, how are things going in Charlotte? And you say, things are great, Craig, we're having a lot of fun, real estate's going well. You just lost 10, 15 seconds. So the interviews are great. They position you well. They're just fast. So you got to keep your answers really punchy. I would either have very short and sweet answers or take one topic and go deeper on it. And I would always try and feature a listing again there too. Last but not least, what I think is the best way to do it is you create your own piece and you send it to us. So in other words, many of you realtors are out there already creating videos in your, not just markets, but your micro markets, your neighborhoods that you specialize in, that you farm. If you went out and created a video, not like this, but you actually had one produced, you spent a few $100 and you were using it anyway for your website, your social media, but you had your guy on your side just edit in, hey American Dream, here I am out at the Cottonwood Country Club, here I am out in La Jolla, here I am out in my favorite place in Little Italy. You can tailor it with a little American Dream part at the front of it, and then we can pitch to it. So imagine I just got done with an interview with Robert Schiller from the Case Shiller Report, or Tom Ferry, or someone on Wall Street, and I said, well, all housing markets are local. Let's go see what's happening in a very unique neighborhood in Salt Lake City. Check it out. Hey American Dream, here we are in Little Italy, and I'm gonna walk you around and talk to you about why I think this is one of the best micro markets in San Diego. You send us that piece, we inject it in. Now, the pros to that, it looks awesome. You can use that piece anywhere. Send it to us. Timing is simple. We just need the video from you. Keep it in the ballpark of 3 minutes. The downside to it is it just costs a little bit more money, but you're probably not watching this video if money is an issue for you. I don't think we're ever going to lose a realtor in our model across the country because money, at least I hope not, but that's kind of a litmus test that you're not necessarily the kind we want on the show. So it's not that much money, a few $100 maybe in your market. We have connections we can help you with. If you have your own videographer, that's fine too, but that's a really good option. I think it looks good. I think it looks good on the show. Great on the show. But other than that, those are the three options. I want you to choose whatever you like the most. Personally, if I were you, I would do number 3, where I did my own video, or I'd do number 1, where I talk to the camera and absorb more of the time. But I understand why you do the interviews. I understand why you like that. But over time, you'll get more and more comfortable on camera, which is so important to marketing these days. Video is so important to marketing. It increases engagement on everything. It gives you a personality in an online world. It separates you from competition, and you get to do it via a vehicle called a national TV show, The American Dream. So anyway, hope this helps. This video is a little longer than I want it to be. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for your partnership with The American Dream. These are the 3 ways you can look to create a video. Go get them.